What's up, guys? Busy day. Just wanted to reach out. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about all the times that I allowed other people's actions to dictate how I felt about myself. I know I've touched base on this before, but like I said, I'm not trying to pick new topics to talk about. I'm just going to talk about the shit that I think about and the experiences and, the things that I went through, dealing with, certain things. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great week so far and you have an awesome weekend. Happy Labor Day to everyone. But yeah, so I can't talk enough about how many times I let, the actions of other people decide how I felt about myself. There's been times where I hated myself because I let the way other people behaved, be a deciding factor on the way that I saw myself. And it wasn't something that just, would happen constantly, It was something that would just come out of nowhere. But, basically if someone acts a certain way towards you or you get rejected or anything of the sort, sometimes you'll think about it. I tend to overthink about it. I build these whole scenarios in my head of why everything happened, and I try to figure out ways to, not allow me to feel like it's my fault. Because like I said in the video before, we can't make decisions for other people. We can't decide their actions. The only actions we control are our own. But, being an overthinker, which if any of you experience that, that it's not exactly the funnest thing in the world. You know what I mean? It has its ups. I won't say that. It does have its ups. To overthink about things sometimes. I call it critical thinking when it comes to, being something positive. But I would do that. I would tend to overthink, and, it would cause me to, feel more depressed, feel more upset about things. And, sometimes it would put me into a spiral that would last a few days. Just no matter what I would do, no matter what I went through over those few days, I was just miserable. Because all I would do is think about that, where I must have gone wrong, because it must have been me. I try to see the good in everything, and that's not always the best thing, because it puts you in situations like that where when something happens, you can't help but see the good in someone else or in a situation, so you refuse to see bad in any other way, shape, or form. It causes you to blame yourself. At least in my case, that's what it did. There was times where no matter what the situation is, I would blame myself. It would cause me to look at myself in negative ways. And I know that, obviously I know that that's not the best way to go about things, but, through experiences and, battling my own shit, that's what it led to sometimes. Sometimes something bad would happen and I would instantly go right into, you know what, man, if it was meant to happen, it was meant to happen. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. And, this person or this event or this situation no longer existing in your life is the universe's way of saying, this ain't for you. And there would be times when I'd say that. Times when I probably, it would make more sense for me to overthink about the situation. Because sometimes when I overthink about a situation, it's a situation that doesn't deserve any thinking at all. But, it's just something I deal with. Rejection has been a big part of it. Which I've talked about in other videos. I know that. But I would, rejection, it was never, I shouldn't say never. There's rarely been times where I've thought to myself, well, obviously this just isn't what that person was looking for. You know what I mean? And that's perfectly fine. Everybody's looking for something different. Everybody wants something different out of life. Everybody has goals and, ideas of what they want their life to look like. And the problem is I wanted my life to look like the exact opposite of what they did. And that's where I want to say conflict, but it's not maybe like an internal conflict, because it wasn't a conflict with another person. But that's where that internal conflict would come from, because, it caused me to feel like, okay, there must be something wrong with me. It must be me. What did I do wrong? And then it would cause me to overvaluate everything I did. And it would just, like I said, it would just be like, it'd be a downward spiral. Some days, sometimes it would last an hour and I'd be fine, smiling, laughing, having a good time like it never even happened. And then sometimes it would last a few days. It just, depended on the circumstances and how much I had invested, emotionally into something. Kind of drawing a blank here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like you go through shit, you know what I mean? And you experience these things, and sometimes when something happens, you don't even know how to feel about it, to the point where you just overreact. And then obviously there's times where you underreact. Me, I tend to overreact more than I underreact. I like to pretend that I don't give a shit sometimes, but that's basically just like, that guard that you put up, which I think a lot of us do. Because it's easier to not care or to appear like you don't care than it is to give a shit and feel like a fool because something that you gave so much, passion about, so much that you gave so much of a shit about. I'm just going to say that. Something that meant a lot to you, even if it was for a short amount of time, when something like that falls apart, it's hard to accept that. It's hard to accept that, this thing that you wanted for so long fell apart. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's getting to be a long video. I just wanted to discuss some of that shit. I think I got something big coming. I don't know if I'm ready for it yet. It's something that I don't know if I'm ever ready to talk about, but I feel like if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it right. So, but I'll let you guys go. Thanks again for watching the videos. I appreciate it. I hope amongst my ramblings that you find something mildly coherent and that you can use maybe in your own life, or if you know somebody who can use it to work through something that you're going through. So yeah, once again, thank you. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. All right, love you guys.